Hi, my name is Sasha. I've been a Pilates instructor here for the past 11 years. And one of the fabulous things about Pilates at the Y is that there's so many different teachers from so many different styles and schools of Pilates. We have classical, we have contemporary, we have everything in between. And you never get bored here, because you always will get a different class, a different style, a different taste with a different teacher. I love Pilates. It was one of the things that I used as a training aid when I was a young dancer. And now that I'm not so young and I'm not really a dancer anymore, it is the one consistent thing that pulls everything in and creates incredible posture, that creates strength and balance. One of the things about Pilates, all forms of Pilates, mat or reformer, is that it really uses both sides of the body equally. I think that everyone can find within our schedule the right class for them, the right teacher for them, the right training for their goals. Not everybody is an athlete. People come in to do Pilates because they find the breath work very relaxing for their nervous system. They don't care about building muscles. That's fine. Some people come in here to do Pilates to build muscle fibers. Some people come into Pilates for specific training. Lots of people come into Pilates because their doctor says, oh, you've got to get your core stronger. We can do that. We try to match everybody's goal. And I'm sure that you've been told, oh, Pilates is great for core strength, and it absolutely is. But you got to remember, Pilates is not just about, your abs and getting your six pack. It's about how the whole body works together equally in harmony to bring to you the best of whatever you do, whether it's basketball or skiing or hiking or running. It is one of the best cross-training methodologies that I've ever encountered. Many hardcore athletes will use a reformer session as a down day, right? When they're supposed to be resting, but resting for an athlete, right? They are just breathing and working in community. And there's a beautiful rhythm of Pilates. I have had 2 hip replacements, and Pilates was one of the things that got me stronger. It was actually the main thing that got me stronger. I had to be incredibly intentional in my body, but I also had to push it and get stronger every single time I came to class. So I think it's a great tool for rehabilitation. I think it's a great tool for fine-tuning. It's a great tool to complement any sort of training that you do. And a lot of people do ask me, well, what's the difference between mat Pilates and reformer Pilates? They're both created by the same person, Joseph Pilates. Mat Pilates is you and the mat. And that's why it is actually the most advanced form of Pilates, even though a lot of people go to a mat class first. With the reformer, there is resistance and there is assistance. So some things that may be almost impossible at first on the mat, you start to build on that skill and that movement pattern in reformer Pilates, because you have things that help you. You have springs, you have straps, you have just the height of the reformer bed off the floor. So something that you are working on in mat Pilates, I highly recommend figuring out how to do it on the reformer and then working it back into mat.